Hello and welcome to the BZ inventory tutorial. In this video I'll briefly go through its main features and then I will show you how to get started. Items in the inventory is scriptable objects. To create one you have to go right click, create, BzSoft inventory, create inventory item. I already have some items created. It has several properties: item unique name, description, artwork. It will be thumbnail of your item in the inventory. The weight is how much space it will occupy from the inventory. Max in one slot. The maximum number of the same items that you can put into one slot. Item size and item prefab. Prefab is a 3D world representation of your item. The items have to be collected into somewhere. For this purpose we have bags. To create a bag, you have to go create BzSoft inventory, create inventory bag. I already have some bags created. The most interesting properties here is size and the button open inventory. The size is the dimension of the bag grid, and if you will press open inventory, it will open you the bag content. This is very important because sometimes your game is not ready, you don't have UI implemented and you are not able to open your inventory and see what you have inside. In this case you can open this UI form and edit your inventory. For example, we could open our player's bag. Let's select our player, select its bag, open inventory. We could put here some more items, move them. We could move it from the game viewport. Also you could open other bags, take them, open them. You can open bags that you already have in your bag and move items from one bag into another bag. A link was designed to hold a reference to the item in the bag. You can use links to equip your character. You could also use links to have a quick access to the items on your screen for a quick access. Each item has a list of its properties. To add a new one, press a plus icon and select one of the available properties. To extend the list of properties, you have to create new property settings. Right click, create, BzSoft inventory, create property settings. Let's name it weapon properties. Press plus, enter its name and select its type. Select the property settings type item. Now go back to our item, press plus and select our new property. And the same you can do with bags. Also, for these properties to be accessed by the code, you can create the enum of these properties. Go back to our weapon properties and see this button generate enum. To be able to create the enum we have to set up its namespace. I'll just copy it from the previous one and press generate. Now we have weapon properties enum with all its properties. From the UI perspective, to draw a bag content, you have to create an object that will have UI grid inventory container component attached. Cell background prefab is a prefab for each cell. Cell background parent, item slot prefab. That's the prefab that will draw an item inside our bag. Cell parent is the place where all item prefabs will be instantiated. Also we have another component, UI inventory pointer input. This one is responsible for mouse or touches input, for example item moves over the grid. We also have another game object with the UI inventory item grid manager component attached. This one is responsible for moving items from one bag into another bag and also to links. If we will go to our item prefabs, we'll also see that the item must have a UI grid item component attached. Up to this point we was able to configure everything without any coding, but that's the point where we have to start coding. To connect this container to some real bag scriptable object, we have to call containers initialize method and send its bag to it. So probably we will have to create some inventory manager that will hold a reference to the UI container and the bag, and internally on the game start it will initialize it. Also somehow you have to interact with items on the scene. In my demo I am using BZ Interactable. In this script I receive BZ collectible item component of the current item, call takeItem method. I have a controller game object that holds a reference to the main bag and puts selected items into it. And if all items was inserted, it destroys the item game object. I think that's all for a quick explanation. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Bye!